Hi guys, welcome to AKA Love Talk. Today we are doing Show Me Your Womb series part 3. Um, Subtitle Daddy Issues. Let's get right into it. I am not going to stop. I'm going to just go speeding right through. So, guys, I have been out for a minute, as you guys know. I have tons of videos that I need to post, and I'm definitely going to do that slowly but surely. I am working and trying to just do every single thing I could possibly do right now, so bear with me. So, getting right into daddy issues. I, I, okay, so there has been numerous of situations that has been occurring during the whole pandemic time and as of right now. So, me, I'm an evaluator. I think a lot. I tend to try to put pieces together. I hope you guys can hear me because my air conditioner is on and it might be a little loud. I can see if I can tone it down a little bit. So just give me a second. But like I was saying, just been a lot going on lately. Um, and yeah, just been a lot going on lately. There we go, a little down. So it's been a lot going on lately, and um, again, like I said, I've been doing evaluations and just trying to get like a perspective on my life. I got a surprise for you guys that I'm going to show once it's finished. I got to wait on one item, and then I will show you guys what I've been doing. I'm so excited, I cannot wait. But anywho, so in the process of doing that, it's like a rebuilding, and the project that I was working on helped me to realize, like, um, I have been doing something along the way. Sometimes we feel like we have not been doing anything along the way, and that we're just like in a stuck place. And another thing has happened with this apartment again, guys. It's just so ironic that this apartment is giving me the runarounds and everything like that. And so I had to like literally explain steps of why I was moving the way I was moving with this complex. And it was like the head boss or whatever, and she was just like, "What you to do is feel stuck." I never said to her that I felt stuck. I just said, you know, I'm just here. You know what I mean? And she said that, but I literally was talking about that to someone else about just being stuck. Like I feel like I'm in a stuck place, and I noticed like I tap into a lot of things, even with like doing YouTube, doing the Virgin Lock Bridge Kitchen and Pantry Foundation, doing a season of singleness, Facebook, Instagram, keeping up with that, and in this page it has been a tremendous hassle, and you have to like tap into all of these things for them to come together. And so I didn't just want to do one thing and just accomplish it, but I wanted to do a variety of things, and one of them will exceed my expectation. That's how I think. And I had to like look and think and like, girl, you need to slow down. And so um, there was a recent incident that I do not want to like really go into depth with, but it was a recent incident, and it just made me think that I really have, daddy issues. And the reason why I say that is because uh, I tend to gravitate to people, and I keep getting in gravitation with individuals. And once I feel that I'm secure, I lock in. And I have so much expectation from this person because I locked into you. And like, so, you know, if you are like with me, like I'm with you, I expect you to be able to say anything, even if you know it's going to hurt my feelings. I want you to be the person that approach me in an appropriate way about whatever you feel that I need to change or I'm not doing or what I'm doing or whatever. Even if it's like if you see that it's affecting me, hold me accountable. Hold me accountable one on one. And whatever we may talk about or say or what you feel and how I feel, let it stay between us. And I have been noticing every person I attach myself to has not done that. And it's like, I was starting to think that, you know, I was the problem, to the capacity where um, it's like, well, let me just stay by myself because maybe I am brushing off something or something that is on me is going on that person, and that's causing every single person I attach myself to act in this way. And so when I noticed that, I had stepped back from like just everybody, like everybody. When I say everybody, and I just been like in my own little circle. And that incident that happened woke me up like I really do have daddy issues. Now, if you guys don't know what daddy issues is, it's like you had an absent father or you never had anyone to step up as a father. I had a man that was in my life majority of the time, but I did not consider him as a father because there were some things that I disliked. And so with me, if I dislike something, it's hard for me to try to like overlook the dislike and just view 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 a person um, as a person, because once you like show me really who you are, it's hard for me not to view you any other way, even though you're supposed to like be that way. It's hard for me if I dislike something that really makes me sick to my stomach. I cannot digest you. I really can't, and it's just how I am. And so it's like every incident, I'm like, ew, I do not. I'm not gonna say I don't like the person, but I just can't digest what you dish out. You know what I mean? I just really can't, and I can't force myself to like that. And I'm just like, why every time, just evaluating the whole scenario. I'm not a person to just like say this person did that and that's why it went wrong. I try to figure out where I went wrong as well. And so I did see some parts and bits of the situation where I went wrong at, where I could have been a little bit more verbal, a little bit more, just said the whole situation instead of just like waiting to a certain part and then exploding. So, yeah, so that's kind of what happened. And I just was like, okay, I had to sit my own stuff down and say, what is the problem? Because now I'm starting to see it is a problem. I knew that I had played a portion in like every argument or every, this like and things of that nature. I know I played a part in that. I don't discredit myself for that. You know, I actually am the person that, you know, could do a little bit better when conflict, because I sort of shut down, not sort of, I do shut down. If you say something I don't like and I shut down, that means you really hurted me. Like, and it doesn't even be what you say. It's more like certain conversations is a one-on-one conversation. And I feel like a lot of the people around me choose to embarrass me more than to take me and, you know, be careful with me, basically. A lot of people around me, a lot of people rather just, you know, make fun of my life or make fun of the way I think or make fun of how I dress, how I approach myself sometimes. Just, it's like funny. It's joking time, but it doesn't be that way to me. So that's the thing that makes me dislike uh the aura about a person, because I don't feel like, if I feel like if you value me enough, you'll approach it to me directly on a serious matter, not a joking matter, uh, not on trying to be funny and things of that nature. If you value me, you'll approach me in the way. So, getting to where the daddy issue, or the awakening of the daddy issue, is that I tend to cling on individuals, and I don't want to let them go, or I tend to get in a relationship. Now, it is hard to get in a relationship with me because my attitude at the beginning is what it is. I'm going to give you it the way I view it, and if you don't like it, then you can go. That's the type of attitude I have when dealing with a relationship or even talking to someone or dating someone. I'm going to give you me regardless, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And what you do with it is your business. Now, if you choose to stay along the journey with me, and I open up to you, then I feel like, okay, you know, I can fully let my hair down. I'm going to give you the attitude and all of that first to see if you really want to be here. And after that, I may give you the soft part of me. I may. I may give you portions of me. I don't give my whole self to anyone. And I think that could be a issue, but I have seen people enter into my life and enter out of my life. I didn't see um, disrespect after disrespect after disrespect from the people I care for. I've been verbally abused as well as emotional abuse. So it's like, and to be frank and to be raw with it and to be honest with it, I was building, I'm building a relationship with my father as of right now. And I start to see that I'm just like being in his face. And what I mean by that is that um, I initiate everything because I want him to see that I'm here for him. And I have to be honest, the other day was Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Um, but I was very, very disappointed yesterday. And if I was to speak with, you know, his family about it, or if I was to speak to my siblings about it, um, it will be a conflict of why I'm feeling this way. Being that the history of him is to be there and then flee, and then be there and then flee. And so I made this conscious decision to try to make myself available so that he can cling on to me, you know. And so this goes into a video I saw, which was Sarah Jakes, and she had told her dad the reason why she tried so hard to like do so well is because she got pregnant at 14, and she knows that she was daddy's girl before that. But after that, she felt impure and felt that he felt that she was impure, so she had to prove her love to him. So I think that that's kind of the place I'm at. Like, okay, I need to prove that I'm here for you so that you can be here for me. And that's kind of like the relationships as the relationships. Let me prove that I'm here for you. Talk to me about anything. And this is the thing I'm used to doing, because I know there is a certain time that this person has to leave. So I give all I got, or I can give, or I hold back in this area, but I give all in this area, so that you can't say that I wasn't good to you, or you can't say that I didn't try to be there for you, or you can't say this and you can't say that. But it gets exhausting because I really receive. And I'm not a person to ask for much. I don't ask for money from people. I ask for time. I ask, to at least try to show the same love I show back. And if I'm not showing it, hold me accountable for that. Tell me your love that you're showing is not what you're showing. Like, what you think you're showing is not what you're really showing. Hold me accountable for that. If you really here for me, or, by my side, or, with me, that's how I feel. And I'm just like, it becomes annoying, and it's been like agitated now. As I get older, I get more agitated with the people that I value and love, because I think that I'm showing them that I love them and that I cherish them. And, I take a lot to get upset. I take a lot from people and what they say. Sometimes I overlook what they say and stuff like that. And it's like, well, let me take this to my advantage. And that's not what I want you to do. What I want you to know is I'm not going to go there with you. I'm not. I'm not going to take myself all the way there unless you really push my buttons. And it has to be, if I explode quickly, it's because it's been multiple things that I've overlooked, and I'm just like, I can't overlook it no more. Or I will mention something and you will say, you will lie to make it seem like you really didn't say it that way, and I know you did, but I overlook it. Like, I'm not going to get the truth anyway, so it's not like. And so this is the habits I'm starting to see that I do. And it all begins from having daddy issues and having a dad to be in and out, in and out. Um, and you just kind of feel unwanted. Like, if you have a variety of people that you put your all into, or try to at least show them that you're for them, and they leave, it's kind of like disappointing. I can never say that I have a true person in my life. I can't say that. And I wonder if I'm what I'm what I'm viewing is who I am. And that's where it kind of get confusing, because I'm like, well, maybe because I'm not projecting the same thing, so that's why I'm not receiving the same thing. But in my mind, I believe I am. Like, I give money, I give gifts, I give like literally all the time because, that's who I am. It's not even, I don't expect nothing back. But, for, everybody to keep in touch with me and say, hello, how you doing? How you feeling today? I don't get any phone calls. And it's like, I do the calling. And when I don't do the calling, is the excuse, well, phone works two ways. But when I did do it, were you receiving me? When I was saying, how are you today? You were saying you were fine. And then that was the end of conversation. You didn't want to go any further because you didn't want to open up to me. So it's like, what do I do? You know? And so I just realized that, you know, uh, I have serious issues. That's why relationships haven't worked. That's why I tend to hide a lot and go in the shell because, you know, I don't feel like I'm wanted. I don't feel like I'm even heard sometimes. I feel like, everybody doing their own thing and that's what they're going to do. And they don't have time to show that type of love to somebody they say they value. So I just don't understand where my place is in individual's life because we never had that communication point where, okay, this is where I want you to be. And so, even with the relationship with my other parent, it's like I came to the conclusion after all of these years of fighting for attention, fighting for that, bond. I just came to the conclusion that I don't want it anymore, and I don't even want it anymore. And I'm okay with how our relationship has been operating. We have a relationship, but it's not a bond. And I'm not at the point where I'm sad about it anymore. I'm just actually, it's the norm now. I know that this is what it's going to be, and I have accepted that, and I feel like this is going to be for the rest of my life. And again, I have no one that has actually been down with me. Like, I don't have anyone that actually would sit there and hold me accountable. And, we all need somebody. And I'm just trying to learn how to operate without being overbearing to people or like, hey, do you see me? I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I'm moving this way, and I'm moving that way, just to have a simple conversation with somebody. Like, I gotta say what I'm doing in order to grasp attention, or I have to tell a sad story that happened in my life for you to even acknowledge that I'm here. And it's like really sad because this is the things that I've been doing my entire life. That's why I take care of everything. Like, I used to take care of kids, I used to do a whole lot because there's been a piece that's been missing for years. And what the saying is, the the foundation of a family is the father. And yeah, and unfortunately, or honestly, my dad has been in and out. I know who he is, I know where he looks like, I you know what I'm saying, I know how he talk. If he was across the street and I was and if he was across the street from where I was located, I know that's my father because I know his voice, but I don't know him as a person. And that's what kind of I want to do. I want to be like, that's my safe haven. You know what I mean? A person I know that anything I need or anything that I need to say or if I just want to just sit under you, you know, as my father, I want to be able to do that. But that's not where it's at, and it's a little frustrating because then I keep constantly looking at individuals as that person, and they don't want to take on that responsibility or, you know, take on that position. And I can't fault them for that, but it's like, what do I do in order to, like, really, you know, get that, because it's missing. And I'm not going to date and keep constantly talking to people because of that portion that's missing, or because I had that issue because of what I did not receive. Even if it would have came from another male that was like really, you know, stand up guy, then I don't even think I will receive it because I'm so used to that being not a part of my life. And I don't need anyone to beat me down for it. I just need somebody to be there to just listen sometimes, or to just, you know, just, I don't know, just be that person, that stand up person that I can come to, and know that anything that I say is between us, and it goes right out the window when I'm done talking, not to be made fun of, or to, you know, belittle me because of what I feel or what I haven't done or what I have done, and it doesn't seem like it's much. You know, it's just a lot of stuff that, you know, a lot of people have said along the way, and I just don't want to be around that any longer. And yeah, so I think that all of that feeling and grief is like I'm grieving over the pain of not having, and trying to find a solution to have that substitute, and it's not working at all. So I'm trying to figure out what to do. It also has been affecting the relationship with me and God, because when God don't show up in a way that I have prayed for and have asked for, it becomes another, it's like my dad leaving again. Or when I have conversations with God and he doesn't talk back, oh my God, I get so much anxiety. I'm just like, am I doing something wrong? What did I do? Can you tell me what I did wrong, Lord? Like, I be overdoing everything because I just can't get out of that concept that, you know, just only with my dad. Like, I can do that with my mom, but with my dad, I really can't be like, because we just started our relationship, so it feels like we're moving forward, but he always seems to take a step back. I don't know if it's like he's scared or whatever, but it's like now affecting me, and it's like, don't, now myself is telling myself, don't expect too much from him. And it's like, oh, we're back at square one. I'm just really want to get to know you. It's just a little annoying. And I feel like I'm too old to be feeling this way or going through this. You know what I mean? It's just, it's, it's really challenging, guys. But that is one of the wounds that I carry, um, that evolves around the whole way I operate. And so I'm trying to get a solution ASAP because I can't live my life this way. But yes, guys. Um, well, I just exposed a lot of stuff that, you know, most people wouldn't do, but it's a healing process. I'm going through mine, and I don't take it back. But if you got something out of this, please subscribe, turn on the notification button, hit that bell, and you can get all the lit content over here at AKA Love Talk. I am Marquita again,